What we're looking for is someone that understands, grow with us, develop these things together with us, and so it's mean they going to some degree invest in us, leverage our business. So that's kind of a partnership actually what we're looking for.
Lippo is well known as one of the largest conglomerate in Indonesia. We are the largest hospital then for the retails. We own the online, including the offline, department store, IT, data centers, bank, insurance. So considering a very city like the data, none can really compete with the Lippo. So if we calculate all the customers, like because we serve the middle class in total, likelihood that we serve around 120 million customers. OVO now, as part of the finance category for the loyalty, e-money, in summary is the digital concierge platform. It's kind of the single loyalty conversion for all the Lippo business. Considering a lot of diversity of the business, OVO it comes exactly in the middle, try to integrate everything. We need to start correlate whether all this transaction is coming from the same customers. We can start to develop this comprehensive 360-degree profile. If we understand the identity, meaning that we can engage with the customer in personalized ways.
So we try to bring every data that from others subsidiary into single platform, and later on we can know exactly what is the customer behavior. So doing that kind of thing is kind of challenging in one way because subsidiary have their own different kind of a data source model. We need to translate these things and make them in similar structure to leverage our decision-making process through our analytics.
We have some use cases as well that we already planned, that we try to develop, it's like IoT analysis for the household. So we're going to understand the household member profile, so we can give them a personalized offer for the family as well. Of course, we understand what kind of the device is actually within this household.
This IoT is going to be another data source that's going to be fit into our system. So the mobility data source could be the way people move within our city, how we manage the parking system, how we manage the waste management within our property. Let's say how much electricity or water being consumed in particular house. We're going to affect how we provide the water or electricity into our property. We start by browsing what kind of a technology that can help us manage the massive data coming from all of a Lippo subsidiary. Since we already decided that our main platform is going to be Hadoop, this solution technology should be something that run on top of Hadoop. And Informatica have all that what we're looking for.
We own everything, we own all the modules. So now we start with the BDM, and soon we'll be with the VDS. Relate 360 is very important. BDM, of course, we need to make sure that how fast we can start to collect the data, bring all the data into the single data storage.
What we need is fast delivery. That's where Informatica BDM coming into picture actually. So since doing everything in hard coding is going to take time and take more process in terms of testing and everything. So that's why having something that can be easily used, make us easily adapt to whatever changes in terms of data source that coming into the system.
Within 2 months after we first initiate this big data implementation, we are successfully integrating Informatica on top of our secure Hadoop clusters.
Without having expert in terms of Spark or MapReduce and other things, we can immediately utilize them to create something meaningful, something that can immediately be consumed.
80% of the workload is in the data preparation. So meaning that 80% of our work actually is being fully covered by the Informatica. So that's why the quality of data, of course, is very critical for us. Especially we do the monetization at the same time. We cannot engage with the external to consume our data if the quality is not there yet. Today we own 114 of the Hadoop nodes. So we divide it into 2 clusters. One consolidated for like retail and everything, except for the hospital data.
All the ETL process, all the analytic process is going to be done on top of this cluster, this Hadoop node. We divide it into 4 different clusters where all the heavy lifting process being taken care of. And then we have analytic cluster where the result of the lake then being pushed into analytic, and then later on the BI team can consume this cluster without having to impact it by the day-to-day ETL process. And the other cluster, actually the development cluster, that's a pretty standard. We have another cluster actually because we have also hospital business. We need to keep the privacy regulation regarding the patient information and so on. So we need to separate this to a different cluster.
We have 2-time engagement with the professional service. Of course, it's helped a lot during the initial implementation because it's very easy way how we can get the knowledge, make sure that there's a kind of the knowledge transfers going on, and then later on that we also, for sure, we share our roadmap. Within 3 months after we start the big data, the business reporting for the OVO, so top management can see the overall performance of the OVO as a business. Within 6 months, we deliver the 360-degree of the customer profile. So today we have 9 subsidiaries in our single analytical platforms. So end of this month, we're going to start release the API, including the merchant dashboard. So the partnership people can really see the overall engagement.
Eventually, every subsidiary don't need to build their own big data platform. They just use our data and do their own analytics and leverage their own business. That's the idea of having a single platform.